As Your Heart Betrays You, Part 37. A Miraculous Ladybug Fanfiction written and narrated by Mira, with artwork for the opening and thumbnail image by Evenart Adam on Instagram. You can find a link to Evenart Adam in the description box below, as well as the prior 36 parts of this story. As usual, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, leave a like, leave a comment, all of that good stuff. If you aren't sure what to comment, put Gossip Girls. Please enjoy As Your Heart Betrays You, Part 37. Marinette Dupang Chang, 21 years old. Anyone who stereotypes business owners and designers as small coffee shop lovers are wrong. There's nothing romantic about hunching over a project and muttering like you're mad as a liquid sits in a cup within spilling range of what you're working on while in public. There's nothing romantic about realizing your lack of energy comes from not excess creativity, but instead malnutrition, as you've only lived off of sweet rolls and chocolate caramel flavored caffeination. So, instead of being a coffee shop girly, Marinette always set to work in her living room. Whatever natural light could come through her windows bounced along the brick walls. Sure, it gave her the title of homebody, but she never had to worry about breaking a nail because she didn't eat enough biotin or whatever nutrient it is. Besides, Alya came with her own barista tools, as journalism has caffeine-laced projects but not the paycheck of one. So, Alya sat on the chair beside the couch and handed her a mug. Adrian? It was only a matter of time before Marinette had to address her dating life with her best friend/roommate, so now was as good a time as any. We've started seeing each other. Okay, lots of questions. Shoot. Where did he go? He took an extended vacation for his mental health. Next. Who asked who? Me. She paused. That wasn't right. Well, he did, actually. There's a but coming. After I told him I was willing to move out of Paris. Alya's silence told her she'd dropped a bomb. Marinette looked up to see her staring. Marinette? Yes? You love Paris? I mean, yeah, but for a guy? Excuse me? You'd leave Paris for a man? There's the explosion. How could she explain this without involving masked identities? So, it's always been him going after me, you know? Marinette began. Oh, that is so false. Right, Alya didn't have the whole story. Okay, let's take a step back. Ooh. Is this juicy? Alya adjusted herself, taking a moment to pull a throw blanket over her shoulders before wrapping both her hands around a mug. Please, start at the beginning. Adrian had a crush on Ladybug at one point. Is this going where I think it's going? Alya took off her glasses. Marinette, does he know? So, years ago, when we were dating, he found out Ladybug had a boyfriend and it crushed him. Which shouldn't matter because he had the most amazing girlfriend in the history of ever, excluding me, of course. Alya interrupted. Of course. Marinette rolled her eyes and continued. So he realized that if he still had feelings for Ladybug and I was being a super awesome girlfriend, he shouldn't date me because it wasn't fair to me if he wasn't in it 100%. You know? No. She nodded, holding eye contact as her best friend's jaw dropped. So he broke up with me. Because Ladybug had a boyfriend. Yep. Marinette. I know, she sighed. Marinette! I hate it too, thanks. Aren't you supposed to have good luck? Alya threw a pillow at her. That's horrible! Funny, but horrible. Don't remind me. Marinette tossed it back. That, and years later, Adrian asked out Ladybug. You mean this past year? Yeah, it seemed like a lifetime ago now. And I took it personally that he didn't ask out Marinette instead. I don't blame him. It's hard to ask out an ex, especially years down the road. Still sad you and Kat didn't get together after all my meddling. Right. She couldn't tell her Kat and Adrian being the same person was the ultimate key for her going from, I miss him, to, I'd move out of Paris to be with you. More like all your teasing. I really thought that poster would plant the idea in your head. You were in the I like him but I don't stage, and you just needed a little push. The poster? Marinette rifled through memories. The giant poster of Ladybug and Cat Noir kissing? Tee-hee? Alya tried, making a heart shape with her fingers. That was you? Distance closed between them as Marinette leaned forward on the sofa. Alya, you... What? Photoshopped and then paid to have a hyper-realistic photo of Lady Noir kissing put in downtown Paris like it was a scoop? Alya! She scolded. And look what happened after all of that. You went on a date with Adrian. Twice. Twice? The gala and yesterday. Oh, right. Twice. Truth be told, she'd forgotten he was her date to the gala. Anyway, no more questions. You lost that privilege. What? Why? Ask Adobe. To be fair, you pay for the Photoshop subscription. Stop blaming capitalism for your betrayal. I thought it would end in you and Kat dating, not getting back together with your ex that shredded your heart as a teenager. Any offers for LASIK are off the table from now on, Alya. Oh, come on, Alya yelled as she stood. All's fair in love and journalism. Marinette rolled her eyes and opened the pantry, looking for something to munch on. This chat of theirs was certain to drag on, so she may as well enjoy it. Remember that Lady Noir Photoshop kiss? Marinette typed, holding a granola bar as she closed the pantry door behind her with a kick. Of course I do. Why? Adrian texted her back before she made it to the fridge, and Marinette realized he must have been waiting for a good morning text or something because they'd gone on a date yesterday. Whoops. In her defense, he had more experience than she did at this. Alya did it. Wait, seriously? Yup. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Yeah, she saw me pining after Cat Noir and wanted to speed things up a bit. Her phone buzzed 3 times in succession as she tried to wrestle the strawberries out of the produce drawer. Who are you texting? Alya called from the couch. Wait, Marinette, you were pining? After Cat Noir? Heat hit her face. Wow, day 2 of dating, or kind of dating, and they were digging heels in, huh? Hearsay, she messaged back. Wait, seriously, Marinette, You liked Cat Noir when the Photoshop kiss flew across downtown Paris? It doesn't matter? She rummaged for a cutting board in the lower cabinet as she waited for his response, ignoring Alya taking a seat at the island. I want to kiss you. Her breath hitched as she read the response, and had to pretend like she wasn't about to melt at the suggestion. Alya saw through it anyway. That's a boy smile, her best friend of nearly a decade said, raising an eyebrow. I'm gonna, The heat on her face steamed out her thoughts. Rendezvous with your beau? Alya teased. Oh, hush now. It came out as a giggle. I suppose I'll have to wait to get the scoop until later tonight, won't I? Make sure you send the invoices out to, what's their name, okay? Marinette looked around for her purse, stumbling over a chair as she passed through to her bedroom. If you aren't gonna buy me LASIK, at least hire an actual accounting assistant, will ya? She couldn't hear her over the sound of her giggles. Giggles. Marinette was giggling because of a text a man sent her, all flirty-like. When was the last time she giggled like this? Over something like this? But she couldn't help it. She couldn't help but rebraid her hair after throwing on a few outfit combinations. She couldn't help but type and delete 3 different responses. She couldn't help that she knew the exact station to get off to be at his front door within the hour. Marinette couldn't help herself. She, more than anything, wanted to go and kiss Adrian Agreste and hold his hand in public and, well, have a happy ending. That's what this fleeting moment felt like. A happy ending. There were so many loose ends to tie up that she could make a blanket out of them, and tears to mend from over the years, but it felt like everything between them built to this moment. This moment where she'd jump on a commuter train at rush hour just to go see him. The romantic fantasy wore off as she stood all too close to office workers heading home, bathed in body and never-ending sighs, making Marinette all the more grateful she didn't work a traditional job. Still, something buzzed in her chest in a way that could fuel her lungs for a marathon, commuter train stink and all. Why Adrian's text set something feral off in her, she didn't know, but she needed to see him. Marinette needed to see him. She all but burst through his front door, punching the access code like a new record before stumbling into the foyer. Adrian? She called. Nothing. Okay. Fair enough. Except he wasn't in the office. Or his bedroom. The kitchen looked like it hadn't been touched in a year, and the dining room felt as soulless as ever. Huh. He wasn't home. The excitement fueling her charred into something foul, like a bottomless pit that even 3 bags of sour candy and a tub of something creamy couldn't fix. Like a meal at a fancy restaurant that misses the mark, or logging in to see a project of yours didn't pull up your grade average like you thought it would. Like wondering if it was all in your head, and you built a world on your own. Dejected, Marinette left. The door clicked behind her, locking automatically, and 3 steps later, her phone buzzed. Adrian. Hello? She tried. Her voice sounded normal, right? Not like she'd fallen prey to the seduction of her imagination.
Where are you?
Me? She looked back at the aggressed mansion and swallowed. Coffee shop.
Oh. Okay.
Why do you ask? He wasn't actually inside and saw her barge in unannounced, right? Because the only thing more embarrassed than letting yourself fantasize is someone seeing you do it.
Oh,
She heard a high-pitched giggle on the other end.
Alya?
Was he with Alya? Okay, forget dejected. Marinette was irked. What were they doing together?
I wanted to see you, so I came over.
You what?
I'm at your place. Sorry, I know I should have checked first, but I wanted to see you, and then I built this thing in my head, and...
That irked feeling in her chest died. Pray for the excitement that fluttered in her chest a train ride before. Oh. I mean, sure.
Excuse me?
Huh?
Sure what?
Oh, right. Sure.
Sure.
Yeah. Sure.
What are we agreeing upon, Marinette?
How had the moment slipped away from her? Meet me at, where would work? And at my parents'. Sugar and cookies. The last thing she wanted was the company of her parents right now. She had a man to kiss.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds great.
His smile cracked through the phone, and Marinette realized the location didn't matter. She wanted to be with him. See you soon.
Yeah. See you soon.
Marinette looked around as she hung up the call, then pumped a fist. She hadn't felt like this since she was a teenager, but she couldn't help it. She wanted to see him. She was excited to see him. Everything that happened over the past year or so didn't seem to matter. He wanted to be with her. She wanted to be with him. Felt like they were going to get their happy ending together after all. Thank you so much for listening. Part 38 is on the way. In the meantime, you can check out these other videos for more fanfiction, and I will catch you in the next one. If you're still listening, comment. Oh goodness, I don't even know. Comment happy ending. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!